It is day 4. My voice sounds horrible. It rained all night long last night. Luckily I did sleep a little better last night. Still not great. We're working up to that. But I also stayed really dry and warm, which is great. I'm really happy with my new tent, and everything is dry. The walls, it's a single wall tent, so obviously the walls are like very wet. If you like touch the walls, you will get wet. And I have a little rag to like wipe them down, but it seems as though like as soon as I wipe them down, like they're pretty much wet again right away. So sorry. Yeah. But anyways, so I'm kind of hoping to like wait out the rain a little bit. There was talk of a potential thunderstorm this morning. I need to go over that snowy pass, but like I don't want to do it alone, so I'm gonna with my rain fly and see if I see somebody coming down the trail, I'll just like be like, hey, what are you doing? And can I come with you? You know? And hopefully, sorry, I literally just woke up. Hopefully, Lucy comes down the trail at some point this morning, so that'd be great. The worst part about the rain is that I do have to dig a cat hole, and it's raining, and all my stuff is wet, like my clothes, my shoes, you know, it's just, I'm so warm and cozy right now, I don't want to put on my wet shoes and wet rain jacket and go dig a cat hole, but duty calls. Breakfast this morning is 2 breakfast essentials mixed in with a liter of water, and honestly it still tastes a little watered down, but that's okay, and 1 honey bun. I've been really struggling to like eat this past few days, and I don't know whether it's just not having my hiker hunger yet, or if it's also related to like altitude sickness, because I know it can like affect your appetite. But it's like I'll feel really hungry and then I'll start eating and then eat like 2/3 of whatever I'm eating, and then the last third it's like I'm literally choking it down and like gagging while I'm eating it, trying not to like puke it up. And it's tough because it's like I know I need the food, but it's also like I don't want to make myself sick because that's pretty counterproductive. So that's been a struggle. And also like I just like to eat a little more, so my food bag's a little lighter. But like the other night when I had the ramen, I didn't finish it all, and now I'm like packing out like wet ramen, which is like 10 times heavier than the dry ramen. So now my food bag's probably heavier than when I started actually. But hopefully it'll get better. I think as I do more hiking, like the appetite will come. So something that I've learned that has kind of become an essential piece of gear is just carrying like a plastic grocery bag with you. I think it has a lot of different functions, but one thing that I like to use it for is for my wet shoes. I just take the insoles out and put my shoes and insoles in here, and then put it in the toe box of my sleeping quilt. And the idea is that your body heat will hopefully dry them out a little bit more so than if they were just like left right here beside your tent. And I can't confirm, they're definitely a little drier. They for sure are still wet, but the difference is they're warm and wet instead of cold and wet. So like it's a little better, right? This is me actively trying to convince myself to like put on my shoes to go use the bathroom. I do have to say, as far as ideal tent sites to ride out a thunderstorm in, this is pretty much it. Nice soft pine needly ground surrounded by trees to kind of like break up the rain, and a very flat surface. I got really lucky. No one else was at my campsite last night. Let's take a look at the trail and see what we have coming up today. So this is what I showed you guys yesterday. Still really foggy up there. Still see the footpath kind of right there, going straight up. Definitely not looking forward to that climb. Like, the more I look at it, the more I'm like, ugh, that looks really sketchy. But I'm like very eager to just get it over with. I think me just like waiting here at the bottom is like making me like so anxious about it. But I definitely don't want to do it alone. But I don't know what the weather is doing today. I can't wait to have my Garmin back. The issue with the Garmin though is like in this weather, it wouldn't even read because it's too cloudy. But I'm just going to post up on my tent and wait for some people to walk by and let them go first and see how it goes for them. I'm just ready to get my day started, but it's tough when you have to like be at the mercy of the elements. Really, I'm just ready to get back to town. That's the real thing. I'm ready for a hot shower, for bed. So, but that climb looks very daunting. I'm not gonna lie. Well, it is almost 11 a.m., which is pretty late in trail time. I've been up since like 6. And I have not seen a single person. No one coming northbound over the snowy pass, no one going southbound over the snowy pass. So today may just end up being a trail zero. I mean, I could risk it and just like go over it alone, but I don't have enough experience in snow to know, you know, what the conditions are after it's been rained on for like 24 hours straight. So I don't want to take my chances. I have plenty of food and whatnot. And I'm assuming that's also what Lucy is doing. But I don't know, just kind of concerning. It's a bit eerie that I haven't seen a single person pass through. Because even yesterday, when it was raining yesterday, I had several northbound folks passing me. So I don't know. Kind of weird. I really, really, really want to get into town. But also, I want to be safe. It just really sucks, too, knowing that, like, if I do end up taking a trail zero, tomorrow will technically be day 5, and I haven't made any progress at all because we had to turn around yesterday. So it's like a week of time spent on trail and, like, no progress at all. I tell you one thing, it's really not helping my mental dilemma of like, am I making a mistake by being out here? So I do feel confident though, like once it warms up and the snow is gone, that my mood and my attitude towards being out here hopefully will change. But so far, not great. I have cried every day. Also, I had diarrhea this morning. Just in case anybody was wondering. So, that's great. Everything's going great. Oh, I can't wait to be back in town. Also, I have nothing to do. So, no phone service. I realized I had 2 YouTube videos downloaded. So, I watched those. That was short-lived. There's nothing. I've been like writing notes in my notes app on my phone. I was hoping to like edit YouTube videos, but the app that I use for editing, it won't open any of my videos. So quite literally nothing to do, which is like tough because I've been just in my head the whole time, you know, which I think is worse for my mental struggles. I'm trying to stay positive though, but it is challenging. Anyways, so, yeah, if I do end up hiking out, I'll update you guys, but it may just end up being a kind of boring, slow day, so I don't know, we'll see. So it's about 12:30 now, and I'm just like sending myself into a spiral, just sitting in my tent, honestly. And I've seen a few people come heading northbound, so it seems like the pass is passable. I think I'm gonna pack up and hike out and try to get to Hart's Pass and maybe get a shuttle. I probably won't get there until like a little late, but I think just sitting around is making me like go a little cuckoo, so. All right, we're doing the dang thing. It's 1 p.m. on the dot, 7.1 miles back to Hart's Pass. Roughly a mile of this snowy traverse up this mountain and back down, so. Oh, I hope this decision doesn't come back to haunt me. Wish me luck, guys. I'll probably not update until I'm on the other side. Just made it through the big snowy pass. I was way down there and got through. I did pass some Sobos that said there is another snowy pass up ahead. It's very slushy and sketchy, but it's definitely not as long as this one, so I'm hoping it'll be okay. But I'm gonna try to get moving because it's looking kind of dark over there and I don't want to get caught in a storm up on a ridge. Well, it's officially snowing. And I'm cold. I didn't put back on my pants because obviously they were soaked through from yesterday. But I think I only have a couple, maybe 2.5, 3 more miles to Hart's Pass, so I'm just gonna keep trucking, honestly. Okay, I made it back to Hart's Pass. I feel as though I'm like hypothermic? Is that the word? Yeah. And fortunately, no one is here, including the ranger. I'm at the ranger station now. I guess I'm gonna go set on my tent because the likelihood of somebody coming up is pretty slim. Oh, I can't feel my fingers. But I need to do it now while I'm still warm from hiking. I will tell you that's probably the fastest I've ever hiked. Okay, I'm gonna go set on my tent and try to get warm. So I've been at Hart's Pass for about an hour now, and excuse me, during that time I very quickly threw up my tent, very shoddily. It's definitely probably gonna need to be readjusted before bedtime, but I'm working up to that. But I stripped off all my wet clothes and put on my sleep clothes and just shivered in my quilt for a long time and still shivering a little bit. But I just boiled a pot of water in my vestibule. I know you're not supposed to do that, but desperate times. And I don't even think I'm gonna cook anything with it. I think I'm literally just using it to like keep my hands warm. And I filtered some water because during that 7 miles, I probably drank less than half a liter of water just because of the rain and the wind. I just couldn't be bothered to stop, and that is like really not enough. And dude, just in general, I'm feeling really bad. My back is like killing me. My whole body is aching. My throat is really sore. I've got like a wicked cough going on. Like I almost feel like I have COVID or like the flu or something. Like honestly, no joke, I'm having a hard time like sitting up right now. Like I have the urge to lay down because my back is hurting so badly. And I'm debating on going to an urgent care tomorrow, but it's hard to say if it's just like hiker fatigue or if it's actually like something of concern, because it feels dramatic to just like go to urgent care just because like, yo, yeah, obviously like you just went on a hiking trip, like makes sense that you're a little fatigued. But I don't know, I'll see how I'm feeling tomorrow. The plan is still to go into Mazama tomorrow. I feel confident that I can get a ride in the morning. I think there is a shuttle from Lionsden Hostel that comes every morning to drop hikers off, so I think I can like hitch back with them, which would be great. and I need a break. This trail has been off to a really, really, really bad start. And you know, I am a little woo-woo. Like, there is like a part of me that believes in like, you know, take this as a sign that maybe like this is not the right time type thing, you know? And it's hard to say because like obviously conditions have been tough. And it's funny because like there's this saying in the hiker community, like never quit on a bad day. And I'm like, well, I haven't had a good day yet, so I guess I'll keep going. But my plan is still to hopefully give it a few days, let the snow melt, and then give it another go. And I definitely want to make it to the Canadian border. Like, what a waste to come all this way and do all this planning and not make it that far. And I definitely plan to make it to Stehekin, which would be the next stop after the border, and mainly just because I have a lot of packages there. But I think once I get to Stehekin, maybe I'll have a better judgment of how I'm feeling, and maybe once the snow is gone, like, maybe vibes will be better. So I know y'all are probably tired of hearing me say like, me, I'm sad, this is not fun, I want to go home. So I will drop it after this, after today, until I get to Stehekin. And then I'll just reassess, because honestly, like, it sucks because so much planning and time and energy and passion go into like making a through hike or even like a lash or even a section hike happen. And it feels really disappointing to like quit this early. But maybe it's just not the right time. But maybe it is. I don't know. We'll see. I do feel like I am the type of person, I'm very like heavily influenced by like my environment. So I think once the weather is looking right, maybe I'll start feeling right. I don't know. But yeah, I don't want to keep like going on and on about how like woe is me and I want to go home. But just know that is how I'm feeling. I'm so sorry. I mean, nobody's here. I just coughed without like covering my mouth, but yeah, anyways, I'm just really excited to get into town tomorrow. And I still haven't heard from Lucy. I'm worried. I did pass several hikers that were going northbound today, and told a few of them to like look for her, pass along a message, and yeah, hopefully she received that message. And then once I get to town tomorrow, I can get her, I can text her Garmin. So I just hope she's okay. I hope she's not mad at me for leaving her. But, and I know she's probably like feeling the same feelings I'm feeling. And this is like her first backpacking trip, or like long backpacking trip. So not a great start. Not a great start for sure. Anyways, so I'll keep you guys updated, and hopefully tomorrow will be a better day. I think I've said that literally every single night, but I do mean it, and I do hope that tomorrow is a better day. So stay tuned.